Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Sega Master System is shockingly the sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Master System. Spoiler. As you'll probably know, Sonic 2 was the debut of Sonic's equivalent of Luigi, the double-tailed fox Tails. However, whereas in the Mega Drive version of the game, Tails helps you out, in the Master System version, he's been kidnapped by Dr. Robotnik, because Robotnik is still a bastard. And so you have to go and rescue the little bugger. This is all detailed in the game's very descriptive intro sequence. The first thing you will notice about the game is that the graphics have been improved. Even though the first one already had excellent graphics, loads of detail and good animations, these ones all seem to have been turned up to 11. It's awesome. You'll also notice that the game is a lot faster than the last game, and while it still has some of the slowdown, it's nowhere near as bad as Sonic 1 was. This is a great step forward. Also returning are the loop-the-loops and crazy pipes that take you all over the place, and it is as close to a Mega Drive game as you could probably get on the time. Something this game does add that I don't remember experiencing in any other Sonic game, aside from fun, are sections where you're in mine carts or flying on a hang glider or swimming in bubbles, and these sections really help break up the game and add some nice breaks from the usual running and jumping. The hang glider in particular, once you get used to the quite tricky controls, is actually really fun. The levels themselves are all very good. They seem quite different from any other Sonic game, but they keep the feeling of the Sonic universe. They're all pretty short and can normally be finished in under 2 minutes each, but the pacing is decent and it keeps you interested. They are also much trickier than in the first game, so if you do die, you don't ever get set back too far. Something that was a little odd though is that I didn't come across any bonus stages at all, or Chaos Emeralds. I don't know if this is just because I'm shit, or if it's because where you're just rescuing Tails and rather than collecting the Chaos Emeralds, this isn't so much of a big deal. Speaking of dying, I did earlier, there is a bit of a gripe here as there are quite a few blind jumps, which a lot of the time end up in spike pits that you can't get out of, which is pretty annoying, and you'll find that there are a lot more than your fair share of cheap deaths until you learn the layout of some of the levels. Overall though, the whole game is a massive improvement over the first one. This one has a great graphics, good levels, and the boss fights are all very inventive too. This, dare I say it, is probably the best Sonic game that I've played. Comment on that.